I'm going to show you a simple chart that can help increase the probability of you timing the crypto markets correctly. Right before we jump into this simple and easy to understand chart, I need to make a disclaimer. This chart can help increase the chances of you timing the crypto markets. And notice that I said increase the chances, because when it comes to predicting the crypto market, or really any market, there is no such thing as 100% accurate. There is no one, not even the most veteran trader, that can predict exactly what's going to happen in future markets. With that being said, let's jump into the chart. To access the chart, we're going to head over to Glassnode Studio. And the chart we want is the Bitcoin net transfer volume from and to exchanges. What this chart shows is each and every day how much Bitcoin is being deposited into exchanges and how much Bitcoin is being withdrawn from the exchanges. And to make sure that our chart is set up correctly, head over to this graph over here and make sure you select Bitcoin. You can choose other cryptocurrencies as well, but we're going to use Bitcoin because typically altcoins follow Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is one of the best indicators for what we're trying to do with this chart. Then for metrics, make sure it's selected as exchange net flow volume. And then very important for exchanges, make sure it's selected as all exchanges. If you only choose one specific single exchange, you're not going to get the correct data that's needed to read this chart. Now let me show you how to read this chart. At first it looks a little bit confusing, but it's very simple. Right here where the green line is, this is the baseline at 0. For each day that this graph is above the green line, this means that more people are depositing Bitcoin into exchanges. And when the graph falls below this green line, this means on that day, more people are withdrawing Bitcoin from the exchanges. Well, what does this mean? When more people are depositing cryptocurrency onto the exchanges, it is likely that they're doing this with the intention of selling and trading their Bitcoin. And when this happens, it is more likely that the price of Bitcoin will decrease. Now, what happens on the opposite end? When more people are withdrawing their Bitcoin off of the exchanges, this means there is less supply, less Bitcoin to trade, less Bitcoin to sell. And we know the basic rules of economics. Low supply and high demand will cause an asset price to skyrocket. So when we see major spikes of people taking off Bitcoin from the exchanges, it is likely that the price will increase. So when reading this chart, there are two things we want to look out for. The first thing we want to see is what is the trend over a period of time. From this point up until this point, we can see most of the time that Bitcoin was being deposited onto exchanges, meaning people want to trade it and sell it. And it is more likely during that period that the price of Bitcoin will go down. But then we can see on the second part of this graph that right here there was a huge spike. And from here on forward, most of this Bitcoin was being taken off of the exchange. And as more Bitcoin is being taken off of the exchange, as mentioned, less supply, more demand, the price skyrockets. So look for these trends, but more importantly, look for these major spikes. These major spikes can give you a hint of where the price of Bitcoin is going in the future. And as mentioned, of course, you can use this metric for other cryptocurrencies as well. You know, that's up to you. I just think that Bitcoin is probably the best indicator since most cryptocurrencies follow Bitcoin. Now, the problem with Glassnode Studio is that it is not free. If you want to use the free version, you're going to be backlogged on the dates. Right now, I'm on the free version, and you can only go up to November 21st of 2019, so a year ago, right? So if you want the most accurate information up to date, you'll need to get their advanced plan, which is either $29 per month if you pay it by the year, or $39 per month if you're paying for it monthly. No, this video is not sponsored by Glassnodes. I am not an affiliate for Glassnode, but I wanted to show you this tool. If you're willing to pay that, $39 a month to have access to this information, it really can help you increase your chances of predicting the crypto markets. You can also get a free version of this chart if you go to CryptoQuant.com. You can get the same chart, Bitcoin, all exchanges net flow, and you can get a pretty good picture of what's going on. This chart is not as clear. This is the free version. If you want an upgraded chart with higher resolution charts and more information, you'll also have to upgrade. There's advanced, professional, and premium. But as I look at this chart, could get a pretty good picture just over November and October, what's been happening with the deposits with Bitcoin, deposits and withdrawals. A lot of this Bitcoin has been taken off of the exchanges in November of 2020. And of course, as we know, the price has gone from $13,000 all the way up to above $18,000. So you have these two options. I think Glassnode is clearer, but you can also use this free version of CryptoQuant as well. If you want more of this content, make sure to not only subscribe, but hit the bell notification, because without hitting the bell notification, YouTube might not show you this content. And this is content that can really help you first save money, but then make money. I want to thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.